Notice that Mr. Timms is putting name tags on the places where he wants each person to sit. It's important to arrange participants so they have the best chance of resolving the situation. Each participant must be able to see, hear, and be accountable to every other person in the circle without barriers such as desks to hide behind. Notice that Mr. Timms has already posted the behavior norms where everyone can see them. He's also left a piece of paper and marker under each chair for a trust-building exercise and placed a colorful quilt as the centerpiece.
Everyone should be heard so that we may all understand how each person was affected in this situation.
Notice that in the very beginning of the circle, Mr. Timms reviews the behavioral norms and makes sure every participant can agree to follow them. A key element is the talking piece, which gives participants the power to speak and helps control the discussion. Many schools also include an agreement that participants will honor confidentiality of what is said in circle.
If you do not have the talking piece, you should be listening attentively. I will be asking some questions, and everyone will have an opportunity to answer each question one at a time. After I ask each question, I'll pass the talking piece to someone sitting next to me, and you'll eventually do the same thing. You may choose to pass the talking piece along without saying a word. We must all respect your right of choice to pass the talking piece along until you feel comfortable in doing so. Now, with these ground rules, is everybody comfortable with moving forward? We all need to get to know something about each other first. It's very important. It's also important to resolving this conflict. Underneath your chairs, there's a piece of paper and a marker. And on that piece of paper and a marker, I want you to think about one value that you feel like you bring to this circle. And I want you to write it down on your piece of paper. My word, my strength, it's honesty.
Intelligence. Innocence.
Determination.
Now I want to tell you a story. It's a story that comes from Cherokee tradition. It's a story that was shared by a grandfather to his grandson. In the story, he explains that there was a struggle or a conflict going on between two wolves. It explains that this struggle was going on the inside of him. It says that the one wolf was evil, very angry, very deceitful, very prideful, and ugly. The second wolf was good, nice, honest, proud, intelligent, and pure. He explained to the grandson that this fight, it goes on in all humanity. The grandson asked his grandfather the question, so who wins the fight? The grandfather simply said, the one that you feed the most. It'd be very important, gentlemen, as we go through this exercise that we focus in on the values that were just shared in this particular story. Don't try to guess what the feelings of the other person is, but focus more on your own emotions.
For the hope of love, peace among all, restorative justice. We gotta be strong. building each other. Time to move on, helping one another. We need restorative justice. Restorative justice.